Prescott looks to throw right away. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Fourth down, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Prescott on 1st down. Swinging this out for Pollard. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Prescott now. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 42. Here's Prescott. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the 1st as well. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And his throw here's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside give to Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go with bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Prescott from the gun. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Fourth down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Marr is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make the play and get through and record the sack.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. First down, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 27 yards. And the Cowboys have regained the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he puts it through. It's a 10-8 game now. After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Now Jackson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Now Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Again, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Maher now to add the extra point. He's got it, and that'll make the score 17-8.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Escaping the pressure right.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, Jackson.
That's into the hands of Crochet.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Play action. Now Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the 2nd half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
24 is the mic. Not today, you are. Not today. 24 is the mic. He's scared.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
Listen up. Report. It's out time, guys. It's out time. 24 is the mic. Watch the slant.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 24 is the mic. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing is Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right.
24. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. 24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
24 is the mic. Come on. 24 is the mic. We own them. 24 is the mic. Coming after you. I'm coming after you. 24 is the mic.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. And we're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb,
41 yards.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. There's a diving catch right side. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw again is Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Marr on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
13, 13. All day, every day, any day.
Jackson will throw again.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Watch 18. 18's the mark. Everybody forward. 18, Mike, 18. Watch the cut.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. Touchdown! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this? And now here is another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch 88. Watch 88.
Now Prescott. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson,
a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and
and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To throw again on second down. Jackson. Pass incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. They'll try and throw for it. Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
I'm coming after you. 26 Mike. And let's get this.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Just 2 minutes. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Okay. Here go 46. Just like that. Mike 18. Mike 18. I'm not ready. Here go 47. Watch 18.
Throwing here, Prescott. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 40, the 20. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided in it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational.
Coordinators, and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job.
But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Touchdown defense. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Ferguson. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
One last shot for Jackson. And now here is another interception. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the